Here is the hard truth, the absolute truth, that nobody inside the bubble really wants to say out loud. Leadership is not about titles. It's not about corporate structure. It's about energy. And it's about something that is so difficult sometimes for people to understand. It's about trust. It's about whether people feel something inside when you speak. And right now, I'm sorry to say, and you know this, Erika Kirk doesn't make people feel anything good. She makes people feel cold. She makes people feel distant. She makes people feel like they're watching a performance instead of a person, an authentic person. And that matters more than any press release or any type of corporate statement. For years, none of this mattered. Charlie Kirk was the engine. Charlie was the magnet. He was it. Charlie was the voice, the epicenter. He walked into a room and people leaned in. He spoke and people listened. He laughed and people followed. Erika was there, but she wasn't at the center. She didn't have to be. Charlie carried the weight. Charlie covered everything. And his presence was so strong that nobody cared about background stories or old rumors or personal history, especially as to Erika. In fact, none of that mattered because Charlie was the show. He was what they cared about. And now Charlie's gone. And everything has changed. And when a leader disappears, the spotlight doesn't turn off. It just moves. It finds the next person standing at the front. And that person, for better or worse, is now Erika. And the spotlight is not being kind. People aren't reacting to her with warmth. They're reacting with doubt. And they're reacting with a degree of confusion. And they're reacting with that strange feeling you get when something feels off. Something's not right, but you can't fully explain why. And some people use dramatic words like possessed or psychotic. I've heard demon possession, satanic. Please, that's not fair, and it's not helpful. And there's no proof of that, and no reason to jump to wild claims. Now, instead, what people are really seeing is something much, much simpler. And this is the critical thing for you to understand. They are seeing someone who doesn't connect. Some people are natural leaders. Others aren't. And that's just a reality. Some people can speak and make you feel calm and strong and hopeful. And others speak and make the room feel quiet in the wrong way. Erika falls into that second category. Her tone is stiff. Her delivery feels forced. Her body language, her eyes, all feel rehearsed or creepy or scary. And it doesn't feel human. It feels corporate. It feels fake. It feels scripted, performative, like it's a role. Performative, I should say. And people can smell fake from a mile away. But the person who's doing it never thinks they're being fake or they're being synthetic. They always figure, I'm sincere. Nobody's going to see through me. Well, this is the era of raw voices. This is the era of podcasts and live streams and long conversations. People want real, legitimate, actual emotions. They want flaws. They want passion. They want someone who sounds like they actually believe what they're saying. Erika doesn't come across that way. Sorry. Whether it's nerves or lack of skill or just her personality, the result is always the same. The audience disconnects. So why are they doing this? Why? Who's putting her there? And by the way, and when the audience disconnects, the movement weakens and eventually goes away. Turning Point was built on energy. It was built on young people feeling fired up and committed. It was built on rallies and chants and excitement and momentum. And that doesn't run on on spreadsheets and board meetings. It runs on emotion, legitimacy. And when you lose the emotional engine, everything else slows down. And it's precisely what's happening right now. You could say, I'm saying it, everybody's saying it. While Erika struggles to hold attention, Candace Owens is exploding in popularity. That contrast is brutal. Candace speaks with fire. She speaks with confidence and commitment and connectivity. She speaks like someone who doesn't care who gets mad. And people feel that. They share it, and they follow it, and they rally around it. Candace Owens, it's incredible to watch. She feels real. Erika feels staged. Now look, this isn't about gender. This isn't about age. It's not about anything. It's not about being nice or mean. This is about leadership, presence. And some people have it. Some people don't. It's nothing to blame anybody about. You can't train it with media coaching. You either have it or you don't. You either connect or you don't. It's that simple. And the worst part, if there is a worst part, the worst part is that Erika seems determined to stay front and center. Instead of stepping back and letting stronger voices, lead, she keeps stepping forward, insisting upon being in the front row. And that choice keeps putting the spotlight on her weaknesses. And what some people say, her lies. Every speech becomes another moment for people to cringe. Every appearance becomes another clip, another moment, another viral moment that spreads online with comments that are not kind. And this creates the dread feedback loop. More attention brings more criticism, and more criticism creates more distrust. And more distrust weakens the brand even more. And it's just like that. And the brand, which is critical to note, the brand is already damaged. Irreparably. And after Charlie's death, there was shock, as you can understand. Profound sadness. There was confusion, kind of a discombobulation. People wanted stability. They wanted reassurance. They wanted a strong leader, a strong hand on the wheel. And what did they get? What they got instead was awkward silence, strange messaging, and leadership that felt unsure. Look, when people sense weakness at the top, they start asking questions about money, about power, about control, about direction, even if nothing illegal is happening. Poor leadership creates suspicion. Silence creates rumors. And bad communication creates chaos. And that's the way that is, my friends. I'm sorry. Good leaders understand optics. They understand timing. And they understand, by the way, when to speak and when to step aside. Erika Kirk doesn't seem to understand this yet. You know what's true. She's trying to fill shoes that are just too big. And instead of admitting that reality and adapting, no, she's pretending the shoes fit just fine. Everything's great. They'll love me. Everyone watching can tell you they don't. This isn't personal hatred. Please, I'm not doing this. This is practical reality. I'm telling you the way it is. It's the truth. If you run a movement, your job isn't to satisfy your ego. Your job is to keep the mission alive. And sometimes that means stepping out of the spotlight, stepping aside, taking care of your family. Nobody would question that. Sometimes that means bringing in stronger voices. Sometimes that means becoming a behind-the-scenes organizer instead of a public face. Can she do that? She's going to have to do that. Because right now, Erika is choosing visibility over effectiveness, and I don't see how much more she can do it. She's hurting TPUSA. And meanwhile, by the way, the conservative base is shifting. People are tired of these polished, fake talking points. They're tired of safe messaging. They're tired of these sanitized speeches. They want fighters, and they want legitimacy and authenticity. They want truth tellers. They want voices that sound like real Americans talking at the kitchen table. I know that sounds cliched because it's true. Candace Owens fits that moment. Erika Kirk doesn't. And this, my friend, this is why the numbers tell the story. Views don't lie. Engagement doesn't lie. Comments don't lie. People vote with their attention. Let me say that again. People vote with their attention. They're voting for Candace and others like her. They are not voting for Erika. She's got to understand this. And attention, by the way, is power in modern media. In fact, that is the current currency of this. If this continues, TPUSA risks becoming a shell of what it was. Not because the ideas are bad, not because the audience disappeared or the message is wrong. No. It's because leadership failed to evolve and deliver. And this happens to many groups. It's happened before, but happens in many groups. After a founder or major figure leaves, some adapt and grow, others collapse under ego and poor decisions. The ones that survive are the ones that put the mission first and personality second. Right now, my friend, right now, it looks like personality is winning. And that is dangerous. Very dangerous. There is still time to fix this. Erika could step back. She could empower stronger speakers. She could rebuild trust by being honest, changing her delivery. Be honest about limits. She could stop trying to be Charlie and instead help build the next wave of leaders. Be herself if there's something there and if there's something noteworthy. But this requires humility. And my friend, I got news for you. Humility is rare in power. A rara avis, a rare bird indeed. If she refuses to change, the damage will continue. I mean, every awkward appearance will chip away and compound and chip away at credibility. Every stiff speech, every weird, those eyes, the stares, and the everything. I don't know if she can. Maybe we're just being too critical. She walks out and it looks fake immediately. It's like, give her a chance. Can we give her a chance? Is it already done? Every stiff mannequin speech will remind people of what was lost. And every contrast with rising stars like Candace will make the gap even more obvious. You know, movements don't die from attacks alone. They die from bad leadership. I mean, look what TPUSA is doing right now. Come on. Charlie built something powerful, and it deserves better than slow decay caused by ego and poor optics and negligence. And the conservative base especially deserves leaders who inspire, not confuse, who energize the masses, who don't drain them, who feel real and authentic and not robotic. This is not about being cruel. I can't say this again. This is about being honest. And honesty hurts sometimes. Erika Kirk does not connect. And in politics, media, and movements, connection with humanity really is everything. If she stays in front, doubt will grow if there's any room left to grow. And if she steps back, there still may be some hope, but we don't know. That is the choice in front of her. And the clock, my friend, is ticking. And I don't know if she can do this or not. So it's time for us to stop evaluating this and honestly looking at this and just say, listen, there are many, many people who are stakeholders or who were in Charlie's success. Many of us, especially me, I should say that, but we've been calling for a bench, recruiting. Who is the next wave? Who is the next generation? The next iteration of conservative Americans or whatever you want to call this group. And it was so great to see Charlie lifting these great people, lifting them forward. And by the way, becoming the voice that they need. And the future looked good. Because we saw chapters opening up and people embracing really fundamental core morality issues. about celibacy and being devoted to marriage. Even women eschewing the whole notion of working, of instead opting to stay home as single, not single, but as mothers. It was wonderful. It was something we hadn't seen before. If Erika Kirk doesn't immediately stop this, those folks are going to leave. They're going to say, I joined in memory of Charlie, but we're looking around here and nothing seems to be here. So, my friend, I thank you for this. Thank you for your incredibly great comments. Very kind comments, and very instructional. What do you think about this? Is there any way that Erika can redeem herself? Anything she can do? Anything? Do you agree she has to step down? So, my friends, your thoughts and comments, I thank you. Please like this video. Hit that little bell so you're notified of live streams and new videos. Also, make sure, and this is also critical, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, because our numbers and your metrics put us into the HOV lane so people can come forward and listen and share what we're saying. And I think what I'm saying is very, very, I think it's kind, but I think more importantly is accurate. And we need accuracy. I'm not going to lie to you, my friends. So I thank you. So thank you. Go to the comment section, read the questions, and of course comment as you see fit.